So the other day, WWE said that they had this huge, gigantic, enormous announcement, which I always take with a grain of salt because a lot of times whenever they say they have a huge, epic announcement, it's usually nothing all that big of a deal, but this time around, it was actually a big deal. Shock! So when I got to go and check this out, and I was pretty damn happy with everything I have seen. And that's surprising because I haven't been happy with every single facet of something with the current WWE product in years. There's always something I'm kind of just grimacing about or just bothered by, or I'm like, you know, you could have done that better, or back in the 90s, during the Attitude Era, during the Monday Night Wars, it would have been done like this. And, you know, some other fucking Mark type shit that I could decide to go and muster from the bowels of my fucking inner wrestling fan. But they're trying to do the whole WWE Network and essentially just view it like this. Imagine WWE done like Netflix, but blown up a lot bigger. Like their own fucking channel, but, you know, you can access on tablets and smartphones and on PS3 and PS4 and Xbox 360 and Xbox One and on laptops and where the fuck ever. And I love the prospect of this and then some. So, being a long-time wrestling fan, I know some people might be like, Alpha, this has nothing to do with wrestling. Well, I don't give a goddamn diddly darn what the fuck it's about because I actually am a big-time wrestling fan. Like, big-time wrestling fan. My entire family likes wrestling. Keep in mind that, like, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, everybody liked wrestling. I had a bunch of friends all like wrestling. And I live with my brother. Like, me and my brother rent a house, and we watch Raw every single week. We record TNA, we record Ring of Honor, we record SmackDown. Like, we watch all this shit together. And it's just, you know, pretty fucking cool. But the idea of this, like, whenever I told him about it, he was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. We're gonna go and do that. So we're going halves on this shit. So $9.99 a month, and you get full access to all this shit. The nice thing about it is this includes all the pay-per-views. Keep in mind that the pay-per-views have always been viewed like this. The die-hard people will go and get every single one no matter what. The pretty damn dedicated will just get, like, King of the Ring, Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, and shit like that. You know, and then you have the other people who are like, yeah, I'm just gonna stream that shit online because fuck all that. And then you have the rest of the people that are like, I'm just going to watch on Raw because it's the next day and I'll find out everything that happened. Boom! Fuck that! It's like, okay. But this, you can't really argue because it's like, the pay-per-views are what? Like 30, 40 bucks? So $9.99 a month and you already got the pay-per-view. Then you get to see all the episodes of Raw and SmackDown and Main Event and Superstars. So you got all that shit right there. So that's all the stuff that they have during the week. But now they've like expanded versions of this. They have like pre-shows and they have like all after-show stuff. So that's all exclusive content, which I'm assuming is going to be like some stuff that they ended up having on the WWE app, which I never gave a fuck about watching on there whatsoever, but they might end up doing a much better job on something like this. Then they could end up applying some of the stuff that they end up doing on the WWE YouTube channel, which I will admit is honestly not all that bad. I was kind of surprised. They just like upload tons and tons of random shit. Like being able to see like Rob Van Dam's very first match ever, which was in WCW, I was kind of impressed. I'm like, dude, that's pretty fucking rad. That's awesome. I think, was it against Shane Douglas? I forget. But anyway. So, seeing that, you know, they're going to have all the pay-per-views, that's extremely awesome. They're going to have every single one of the shows. So, and a lot of people would wonder, are they going to take it off USA and Sci-Fi Network and stuff like that? No, they're still going to have it on there. I'm assuming that they air it on there, and then all the, you know, on WWE Network, they're going to have it on there for the remainder of the week. Now, then it got a little more cool because for anybody that's like, you know what? I loved wrestling back in the 90s, have not given a shit since then, and I can completely understand that. I was a huge fan, massive fucking fan in the 90s during watching like episodes of Nitro and Raw, watching in between them, or just having one recording in a different room on VHS and then going and watching that as soon as one was over. Unless the one show was extremely fucking boring, and I'd just switch back and forth regardless. I'm just like, I don't give a fuck. But the fact that we will have all the episodes of ECW, WCW, and WWF/WWE, even though, they'll blur out the F part of it just because World Wildlife Foundation gave them a complete and utter fucking beating in court. But I just thought it was pretty damn cool that we could actually see all these old episodes, and we won't have to turn to YouTube to go and watch them. And WWE was going out of their way and flagging a bunch of these things that were on there, mainly because they own all that content and they want to go and upload it themselves, or because they knew that they were going to be doing something like this. So I could understand why they were doing something like that, but for a lot of people, that was the only way we could find, full episodes of Nitro. That was the only way that we could find, certain ECW house shows and stuff like that. And now we'll actually have all that stuff on there. It'll be really cool to go and see pay-per-views that I attended. Unlike the Hell in a Cell match between Undertaker and Mankind, that was here in Pittsburgh. I actually got to attend that and see that live, which was fucking, chaotic, because we all thought that Mick Foley was fucking dead. We were like, oh my god, did he die? He's dead. Oh my god, Joey Styles like, oh my god! But it was just fucking crazy to go and see live, but the idea that I can go and, relive that and rewatch that and stuff. The only thing that makes me kind of curious, is this really gonna, destroy the shit out of their DVD sales? Which potentially it could, but also it makes me wonder about the actual pay-per-view buy rights. Are people gonna want to just outright buy the pay-per-view whenever they could just get WWE Network? That seems like it'd be a lot cheaper of an alternative. So it kind of made me wonder about stuff like that, but anyhow, so then I started looking more into it, and they're going to have, their own exclusive shows on there. I know that they're going to have, the countdown. It'll be, top finishers, top worst gimmicks, top moments within Royal Rumble history, and top WrestleMania moments, top what the fuck ever. Just imagine a whole bunch of stuff, and they're gonna have all these countdowns and stuff like that, which they've done stuff like that already, but this is gonna be a thing that's just all about doing countdowns and stuff. And then they had this one, I forgot exactly what I think it's a WWE Legends House or some shit like that, but it basically kind of like a reality show where they're gonna have a bunch of WWF/WWE/WCW/ECW legends that are all inside one house together, and it'll be shenanigans and all the other shit. I'm sure that they're gonna have Total Divas re-airing on there, which I think that's on VH1 or what the fuck ever. I don't know. I don't watch fucking Total Divas, but that'll be on there. But the main thing that I really like about this was all of the back catalog stuff, because there's tons of times where, I'm shooting the shit with somebody like Yell Chaos or Razor Fist, because they're both avid wrestling fans too, and, Billy and Jay from the Game Chasers, they're also big-time wrestling fans, as is 8-Bit Eric. I've shot the shit with them about wrestling, and, there's lots of times I'll tell them about, oh yeah, I've actually been watching this, and da-da-da-da, but it's kind of cool to be able to go and see all that stuff from Nitro and from Thunder, and to go and see all the ECW stuff, which ECW in general, the fact that they're going to have all that uncensored makes me happier than all fucking hell. You have no idea, because I actually love the fuck out of ECW. Just some of the best matches I've ever seen in person were at ECW Live. I saw so many of their house shows, it was fucking bonkers. But as a matter of fact, I'll end up going to Extreme Rising, which is kind of the low-budget version of ECW kind of right now going. But again, it's just nice that they'll all be there, and it won't be in grainy ass fucking quality, because sometimes the people that re-upload versions of it on YouTube, the quality's complete shit. The audio will be all fucked up, or it's just pixelated as hell, and you're just I can't really tell if that's Billy Kidman or Slimer from the Ghostbusters. That could be anything, really. Is that Chris Canyon? And fuck if I can tell. But just trying to be able to tell what the fuck it is. Dude, come on now. But again, $9.99 a month isn't shit. It really isn't at the end of the day. And I'm just yeah, I'm gonna invest in it immediately. I already have a Netflix, subscription, and I'm cool with that. And no lie, the only reason why I watch TV for the fucking news and to watch, like, wrestling. That's it. Like, I don't watch TV. I just don't. There's just nothing on it, really, I want to see. I'll watch it on Netflix, or I watch YouTube. You know, that's pretty much it. But something like this, yeah, that'd be fucking cool. And I've got a tablet, I've got a desktop, I've got a smartphone, you know, I've got PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and all that, so I can watch all on there. So for somebody like me, a longtime wrestling fan, somebody who watches the current product, that loves the old school product, this is ideal for me. So there really isn't no bad choice about this whenever you think about it at the end of the day. Even if you're just like, fuck all the new shit, you got all the old stuff. I mean, all of the fucking old stuff. Like, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of hours of content is just kind of chilling there, you know, right there. And this is one of the only times where I can say, damn, it's kind of cool that WWE did own all of the fucking stuff, like WCW and ECW and all that stuff. It's kind of cool that they have all that, because now you can have it all cataloged within one little thing. So it's kind of cool in that respect, but it would have been kind of cool if WCW was still around, because then they could put out a similar product and you could just be invested in both. But, you know, what the fuck ever, that's for a different time, potentially a different video of what if WCW was still around and Vince McMahon did not buy out his competition. But anyway, so yeah, WWE Network, it was something that I wanted to talk about. I thought it was really interesting, and I thought it was a really good idea. And that's going to be launching February, I think, 24th, I believe is the day for it. Don't quote me on that, I'm not 100%. And the link's in the description. I don't feel like, you know what, it's actually right on there somewhere. Fuck me running, it does not actually say on that part of the screen, and I don't feel like scrolling down, so fuck that. But yeah, anyway. So, all I know is I'm pretty damn happy about it. Oh, and the last episode that was on Raw was really good, and the one before that, Old School Raw, that was also good. So, I've been a pretty damn happy wrestling fan. Like a big old happy camper wrestling goodness. Oh yeah, I love that shit. Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Dolph Ziggler, The Shield, fucking awesome. Seriously, they're like my favorite grouping of guys in the current WWE product. Just fucking the bee's knees. Ooh, yeah. So, anyway, I don't know. How do you all feel about it? Do you think WWE Network is awesome, or you don't give a fuck about wrestling whatsoever and it can go eat a dick? At which point, I don't know why the fuck you clicked on this video whatsoever and sat through it, or just clicked on it in general. You must be masochistic or some shit, or retarded. But then, let's say that you just think that WWE should just be abolished and die off in general, and you will never ever support anything that's associated with understandable, but you might be like me and think this is fucking awesome, despite the fact that they are a fuck up of a company and do dumbass things and then good things here and there. But anyway, opinions and feelings and thoughts and all the other happy horse shit, there's a comment box for all of it for you to be like tappy tap type. So anyway, you already heard all of the jibber jabbering that I want to go and do, and all the features that this goes and this has and stuff like that. Anyway, this is AlphaOmegaSin. As always, nerds, nerdettes, and gamers, and wrestling fans, game the fuck on! Because AlphaOmegaSin said so.